The manhunt for the Brown University shooter is now entering its 5th day, with police urgently asking anybody with information to please come forward. Police releasing the clearest look yet at this person they say may have killed 2 students and injured 9 more on Saturday. NewsNation's Marcus Espinoza has the latest from Providence. And Marcus, good morning. How close are investigators to finding this guy?
Hey, Anna, good morning. Yeah, progress is being made, but perhaps not at the pace that the public would like, and then obviously the pace that the investigators would like. They would like to make an arrest of this perpetrator that they've identified on this video, and they've been able to lay out a timeline before the shooting, they believe, and then after the shooting. So in addition to releasing the zoomed-in look at the person of interest, investigators laid out the suspect's movements leading up to the horrific shooting. Providence Police Chief Oscar Perez says authorities believe the perpetrator first appeared in that neighborhood as early as 10:30 that Saturday morning. He says it's not uncommon for a suspect to case out or target a location beforehand. FBI Boston releasing a 5-minute video also showing the possible gunman's movements. Those time codes start just at 2 p.m. Saturday and then conclude at 4:06 p.m. the same day, which was minutes after the shooting. Now, the individual shown in the video can be seen walking on several streets that include Manning Street, Cook Street, George Street, and Hope Street. Investigators are urging the public to use all of this footage to help identify their gunman.
The public can see those videos showing movements, like I stated earlier, the way the person walks, the way they carry their weight. That's the importance. And so our video, the second video that we showed was the one that we needed to show the public.
What's really critical first is that we identify who the person is. You know, once we identify who this person is, I believe we'll be able to locate him. It's very hard to hide in this country.
Okay, Anna, so I think that is the key right there. They don't have an identification yet for this person. That is why they have been so public-facing with video now recently over the past 2 days. Also, there were conflicting reports whether or not the gunman said something, shouted something in that classroom before shots rang out. Police and investigators say there's no evidence towards that right now. They don't believe this is motivated in a political or religious way as of now. But I think what is key and what you just heard there from the Rhode Island AG is that they have to get this guy identified. And it's really shocking considering the internet nowadays and how quickly people are identified in videos, viral videos, things like that. And nobody has yet to recognize this person because he has a very distinct gait. He has a very distinct look. And so right now, investigators are urging, really pleading with the public across the country, because he could be anywhere now. If you know him or recognize that gait, to contact them immediately. It is key to identify who he is.
Yeah, if you recognize this person, a neighbor, family member, friend, a coworker, something, like, come forward without a doubt. But it's wild that they're depending so much on this video from the area surrounding Brown University, which is common to be looking, you know, through other surveillance video, obviously. But why didn't Brown University have cameras there? Why is this the best thing we've got? Marcus, thank you so much.
So, Anna?
Yes.
Just to interject really quick here, and also in that press conference, they mentioned that they have video of the chaos afterwards, but not in particular of the shooter. That would be helpful. The video they've released is what they have that they believe is useful. And I think that's the question people are asking is, why isn't there video more of him inside here in that engineering building in the school? They say that the video is simply not there, which is frustrating for everybody involved. They really have just chaotic video there of after the shooting inside, stuff that they have not released that they don't believe the public can use that would be helpful. And so that's where they stand right now in the investigation, and that #1 question of where is the video.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.